New year, new habits. If you are looking to start new habits this year, I'm very happy that this video found you, because recently, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, when we started the new year, I shared a video that I'm gonna link in the description of this video, where I was sharing the process I've been taking to create new habits. And I was sharing also that I was going to start my process of changing one habit. And yesterday I realized that it hasn't been even, I recommended to do the process for 30 days. And yesterday I realized it hasn't been even 30 days and I already feel like it's completely gone. The one habit I wanted to implement this year was eating a little healthier and relating to my body in a more loving way. I noticed that at the end of the year, as many of you I can imagine also, we just eat a lot of delicious things, and I think it was the first time that I gained a few extra kilos, and I was like, oh my god, this is a little shocking, and I just started feeling unhealthy. So the one step that I recommended in my last video that I think is the most important is journaling around that one subject, that one thing that you would like to change, that one habit that you would like to implement. But the invitation I do is to not only describe how you feel, but also start visualizing how your life is going to look like when you change this. How is the life of someone that already changed that, or already has that thing that you want, look like? How that person feels, acts, and thinks during their days. So I started feeling that I just want to feel healthy. I want to love my body, and the fact that I was eating so much sugar, because that's been one of my things, that I just love sweets so much. So the habit of eating a lot of sugar was making me feel like I wasn't loving myself as much. So I wanted to be in a deeper connection with my body and improve my self-love relationship, improve my relationship with myself, just love myself way more. So I had that vision. I started visualizing, okay, that person, that version of myself that already has that already lives life that way, feels, acts, and thinks this way. So that was the first step, journaling. A second step for this process is taking action. So based on that description you already have of that person, that version of yourself that already has the thing that you want, the habit you want to implement, that's where you start breaking down, okay, every day I'm gonna start doing these things. I also explained that it's very important to be very compassionate with yourself and be very gentle, that extremes usually do not help to create new habits. Like it's very often that we see that people eat and drink so much during December, and they just go and do like a whole month of not drinking alcohol and exercising every single day. That's super extreme to your body, especially if you haven't changed the belief, if you haven't done the journaling to understand how is it that you feel and how is it that you really want to feel. If we don't do this little process of intellectually and emotionally understanding what we are gonna do for our bodies, is a little extreme and a little difficult to start taking action. So I recommend to do this process, and they in a very gentle way. That's always going to look different for everyone depending on how, where you are in life. Let's say like I've been very healthy my whole life, so the steps for me is going to be very different than for someone that is starting to cultivate a healthy lifestyle. So the one thing I did, and probably didn't mention this in the first video, is that I did a little research. I wanted this time to really have an understanding of not only, like, I had the intuition that eating the amount of sugar I was eating, like I can share examples. Like I'm very tiny, like I think I'm 110 pounds, and so I was eating probably one dessert every day, cookies, ice cream, pastries. I love pastries, so one every day. So I was noticing that every day after lunch I was craving and I was thinking about sugar, something sweet the whole day, which is just like it's not good. So I had intuition, this is not good, this is not making me feel healthy. I also started noticing the way my body was shaping. It was just like kind of a little bizarre. So I did a little research. What is it that my intuition is telling me about sugar? And I think that piece helped me so much. And the thing about research, especially in this space of wanting to create a new habit, I recommend to be, again, like very gentle and to not obsessed about the subject. Like people can go because people want change, people want to see results right away. People can have the tendency to just go a little extreme. So take your time to do the little research and to find the sources that are really, I would say, neutral and that don't create fear, because that's not gonna help either. So I think I went to different places to understand what's the thing that sugar does to your bodies and what is so bad and all these things. Of course, just comment below if you would like me to share more about sugar and what it does to our bodies. My mom is a nutritionist, so I have a lot of things to say and share if you would like. So I think that really created a really nice created awareness. I was like, okay, not only because I feel these things in my body and I feel like my relationship with my body, it is, like it's kind of toxic, if you want to say it, like I love it but I hate it, but it also chemically is doing all these things. So I had that understanding. And the second thing that I did in the process of taking action, because I was eating things with sugar every single day, I was like, I'm gonna miss it. Like if I'm thinking every single day about, the next dessert, the next pastry I'm gonna eat, like I cannot remove it 100% from my diet. So I started finding other things with other types of, like instead of sugar, like I would eat things with dates, natural sugar. Like I started eating a little bit more of fruit in my diet in the morning. I have, yeah, in United States it's easy. I don't know if you can find it everywhere, but you can make it, the syrup from dates, or you can make, even maple syrup that can replace the sugar. So I started making these recipes. I want to say like the first week it was a little intense, and I was, trying to stay present with my body. I also started drinking a little bit more tea whenever I had that little anxiety or that little desire, those anxious thoughts about eating sugar. I was just like, okay, I'm aware that this is happening, and I would give to my body something. It's like I just wouldn't be like holding. I don't know how to describe, but like, no, like we have to be super gentle. And the other thing that it helps me, I already have a practice, and I invite you, if you don't have it, it's super nice to have those space with ourselves. I have a practice of journaling. I journal in the morning, I journal at night. So every day at night I will just track, how did I feel today, where I am in the process of feeling like that vision that I have about how I want to feel, about the person that I want to be. So I kind of want to say that it's not even like 3 weeks. So little by little, I started replacing the foods with sugar for healthy versions. And yesterday, the thought that I noticed in my mind, that I was like, oh my God, I changed it already. I would say it's just kind of funny. I'm curious if you relate with this, but I noticed how I had the thought about eating something sweet, but it was the first time that it used to be like, okay, I want something sweet, and I will feel a little guilty, and I will feel like I know it's not good, but let's do it still. And yesterday it was the first time like that it was just clear, like I know I want something sweet, but my mind already is like, I can tell that the belief of not needing to eat sugar is installed. Like I was like, okay, I want something sweet, but it's not good for me. it was the first time that I didn't have the like the little impulse to just go and eat something sweet. It's like when I noticed that, you know, stillness inside of my mind or whatever, I was like, God, okay, this was quicker. I love it. So I'm just describing maybe too many details. This is how I did it and how I can tell things are changing in myself. Now I have the awareness, like I'm not eating sugar, it's not good for me, or I'm not eating it that often. Of course, I'm gonna still eat ice cream and cakes, but I was just eating it every single day. So I was very excited to share this and to motivate you a little bit if you are right, you know, in that moment of the year, starting the year, wanting to change things. It is possible. I'm gonna link again, as I said, the video where I explain all the steps, so you can start implementing them and start seeing change in your life. So yeah, very happy for you. Happy New Year. And yeah, just let me know if you have any questions or if you want to share your experience. Peace and love until my next video.